36 Sports End Zone, sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into the End Zone. I'm Jeff Pecoro. She's Hallie DeVore. Hallie, our featured game of the week, Madison Central at Frederick Douglass. And this was a good one. Douglass started the season 0-3, but it won 3 straight coming into tonight's game. All right, 7-7 going into the second half, and man, this kid is something else. Dakari Talbert right up the middle. Forget about it. 35 yards to pay dirt. 14-7 Broncos. Then their defense stiffened up, comes up big here. Fumble, ball's on the ground. They get it, and it's a short field for the offense. So what do? Next play, Talbert. Watch this. Watch this move. He's going to get the handoff in. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
He's a baller.
All the way down to the 18. So that makes it 1st and 10. Little swing pass to Terry Kaysen. Speed kills. He turns the corner, tiptoes in. Frederick Douglass in front 21-7. On to the fourth quarter. Broncos looking to finish things off with the Indians, but Derek McElwee steps in front of this pass. See you later. 86 yards for the touchdown. They go for 2 and make it. That makes it a 21-15 game, but the Broncos defense flexed, and Frederick Douglass goes on to win our game of the week. Final score 21-15.
Believe it or not, that was the Madison Central's biggest loss of the season. All right, now to Lexington Catholic. Homecoming game tonight, taking on Mercer County. The Knights converting on their opening drive. Jack White bulldozes into the end zone, and Catholic is up 7-0 early. All right, check this out. Catholic punting, and the ball touches the foot of the Mercer County receiver. The Knights recover it, and it is a fumble Catholic ball yet again.
Man.
So Knights on offense, Brady Wazik, the quarterback keeper, in for the score. Man, he is really good on his legs as well. He does. Catholic up 14-0 now. Knights again, still in the first quarter. Wazik finds Ashton Flugner untouched into the end zone. Lexington Catholic wins this one 42-8 and moves to 5-2 on the season.
All right, another fun game here. George Rogers Clark at Bryan Station. Bryan Station on the move, and it's Kerwin Montgomery. The blast right through the line. Big game. He jumps up. So that's right. That's the first down. That sets up John Hannon for a 34-yard field goal attempt. It's good. 3-0 Defenders. Now, JRC racked up 270 yards rushing, but on 4th and 14 from the 27, Carter Music. He goes to the air, floats one into Atheus Morris for the touchdown. 7-3 Cardinals.
4th and 14.
Yeah, 4th and 14. Next drive, Kamari Barber in the Wildcat formation takes a snap. Quick toss to Braden Payne. Look out. Barber downfield. Watch this. He gets not 1, but 2 blocks to spring him into the end zone. Payne scores. 9-7 Bryan Station. Their defense stepped up. Bryan Station ekes out a 28-25 win as Hannon kicks yet another field goal, 27-yarder, as time runs out. 28-25, Bryan Station wins.
That was a close one. All right, next up, Henry Clay hosting Lafayette. The Blue Devils coming off their first win of the season. No, it was not. Looking to go 2 in a row, though. Henry Clay on offense, handoff to Zach Hoellen, but ball is fumbled and recovered by the Generals. So Lafayette on offense now. Jehovah's Condo finds J.J. Richardson in the end zone for a touchdown. Generals on top 7-0. And they'll do it again just a few plays later. Condo goes for the quarterback sneak into the end zone. Generals with a 14-0 lead going into the half. They hold on and win it 37-14. Move to 4-3. Henry Clay falls to 1-6. Let's take a look at a couple scores from around the Bluegrass. Scott County continues to dominate with a 49-21 win over South Oldham. And speaking of dominating, Boyle County 43 donut over Russell County.
Yikes. Corbin 53-6 over Harlan. And Simon Kenton beats Great Crossing. Simon Kenton, a good team. Great Crossing having a tough year. 35-16 the final there.
ABC 36 Sports End Zone, sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky.
Hey guys, welcome back to the End Zone. Thanks for staying up late with us. Sports reporter Noah Ellis joins us in studio now. Noah, tell us about what you saw tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I had some good games tonight on the south part of town. Started things off with a rivalry over at Dunbar. The Bulldogs hosted Tate's Creek this evening. Let's get to those highlights right away. It was homecoming night. for Dunbar, and they had the neon theme on display for their rivalry matchup against the Defenders. Bulldog quarterback number 14 keeps the ball here and scurries up for a big first down. One of the highlights of the night for the Bulldog offense. It was just a back and forth, high-scoring game in this one. Tates Creek got the offense, got the ball here, and quarterback Darnell Burnside finds wide receiver Marquise Hale for his first catch of the season, open to his right, and Burnside finds him for a big gain. They would go on to score a field goal on this drive. In the second, now Burnside again gets the ball, looks around for a man, and finds Hale again, wide open this time in the back of the end zone. Safeties lost him there. Talk about having a good game against your rival. Good day for Tates Creek. They win this one in a shootout, 34-30. They move to 2-5 and pick up their first win since week 1. Dunbar also is 2-5 now. Let's head over to LCA now as they hosted Shawnee tonight in a Class 2A battle. We start things off in the first quarter where Eagles quarterback Nash Whalen finds sophomore receiver Jeremiah Burbage, who got behind the Shawnee defense, and he's in the end zone for 6. That was his second touchdown of the year. Shawnee has the ball now, and, well, they had it for a second. They threw it backwards here. The Eagles recover this one in the end zone. LCA is rolling now 18-0. They get the ball back. Whalen throws the ball again over to senior receiver Kyle, and he is running around from one side to the other, and he just finally gets tackled after a 20-yard gain for LCA. A few plays later, the Eagles will punch it in. They're up 25-0 after this one, and that was just too much for Shawnee to come back one. LCA wins this one 53-14. They win their 4th in their last 5. They are 4-3 on the season. They will host Danville, who is 6-1 next weekend.
All right, thanks, Noah. Finally, Madison Southern hosting Montgomery County. Starting in the third quarter, Eagles with the lead until Jacob Gum slings this one long to Robbie Howard for the touchdown, and Montgomery County steals the lead. Now, 4th down for the Eagles inside the 3 here, and the shovel pass is stuffed at the line. Ball goes over on downs. Montgomery County backed into their own end zone here, but Madison Southern gets their revenge. Gum's pass is picked off by Braden Hall, and then 2 plays later, Hall takes the pitch 22 yards into the end zone to make it 24-21. But Montgomery County adds on one more. They go on to win it 28-24. Couple more scores here.
All right, how about this one? Pulaski County big over South Laurel, 42-7.
That was South Laurel's first loss of the season, by the way.
42-7. Franklin County, boy, they stunned Grant 63-0.
That was Franklin County's 29th consecutive regular season win. Bardstown and Garrett County in another shootout. They win that one 35-32. And Paris over Nicholas County, 46-12.